Okay, gotta make sure I get the audio balance right. Which, I think the game's a little loud. Ain't it always the same? Ain't it always the truth that the game is too loud? Hello, Master Czar. Yeah, I'm squeezing in the stream a little early on account of I want to leave time open for everyone later when Jins does La Milana. But for now, I've been looking for. I think I've been looking to find a new stream project. I don't remember, honestly. And why not this one? This is. I don't know if this is the inferior log. Legend of Grimrock 2 is a very excellent game, but this one I think is more focused. We'll make a new game. We won't be playing an old school mode, because I don't have grid paper. We will be making characters. I could play on hard, but I don't think so. I could also play on two-room mode, but I don't think so. What kind of team do I want? Okay, in general you always want a wizard. And I don't think you usually want more than one wizard. More than one wizard is not panned out well for me. I've also streamed this game before, but I've never gotten that far on stream. How about a bug? We can play a bug. One of these gross bugs. Do you like this bug or this bug? Yeah, Grimrock 2 is a lot more open, whereas this is more linear. And that's not a bad thing. I think being focused is good. We'll have a bug wizard. Let's have a rogue up front. What a rogue. I've never done a rogue in the front, and I've never done unarmed combat before. So we'll have this guy. Actually, we won't have this guy be that. We'll have the monk from Diablo 3. It's one of the. Here's wizard. Oh man, if I want a wizard, I have to do a human wizard. Because I have this picture of a wizard that I got a friend to draw on Tumblr to draw me a million years ago. But anyways, one of the custom character packs I downloaded in 2012 was just the dialogue hitboxes from Diablo 3. So we'll have her be the unarmed combat. I think there's a thing for that. Yes. And you always pick skilled. Skilled is like an auto pick for stuff. Yeah, the music for both the Grimrock games is quite good. What do we want you to be? How about a bull? Barbarian? Barbarian is a Minotaurs only get one skill point. Now do I want a rogue in the back for thrown weapons? Or missile weapons. Yeah, probably missile weapons, but there's a dirty secret that I'll use in a minute. But anyways, let's get our characters built. Do not need any willpower on this cat. We do need lots of this. I think that's more important. Yeah, we're giving up 10 HP playing as rogue. I might actually want some more vitality than that. I don't know. Yeah, we'll go down a dex, up a strength, and when we go to we'll go to unarmed combat 4 to get +1 dexterity. And I think we want to go in on dodge. Because I think dodge is how you get equipped light armor. Yeah. Okay. You got a Minotaur. What do we name this cat? Name my characters. Name me Karaku. I kind of like having fat bearded man. Do I have any other Minotaurs that are good? Yelling Minotaur. Name the bug one on Laren. Okay. Okay, here's on Laren. What a good portrait for you. I kind of like Filthy Man. You could be Tyrael. Actually, I like this. You're a bug man. You're a bug. Okay, and this one is YYYAAA. Gelato, huh? Okay. See if anybody gets that joke. And Phineas. Okay. Ah. There we go, Phineas Frank. And you do want some Dexto. I want to get Dex up to 10 just so I don't have a missed chance. And then the rest of it goes into Strength. And we always want Headhunter. Headhunter is fun. Being fun is better than being good. And again, Skilled. And that all goes into Armors. Because being able to equip armor is very important. I don't have any lions. She'll just have to be a big angry cow. Okay, for Phineas Frank, the trick with Phineas Frank is that he's going to be a missile rogue. And because of that, I don't even know what to do. Are we just aggressive? I think athletic is just better than aggressive. Yeah. This guy is going to be our missile user. But because he's going to be in the back row, is it Bloodgust already? Bloodgust starts today, yes. It's Bloodgust. That's a better name for it than Bloodvember, which is what I was going to talk about. Was going to call it. Yeah, I'm going to stream every day this month. Which might cause some complications, but you know what? Fuck it, I don't care. Yeah, he's going to go all in, Phineas Frank is going to go all in on Strength. Because the deep dark secret is that Dexterity does not affect weapon damage at all. Even bows use your Strength for damage. That's something that changed in Grimrock too. And again, I go all in on dodge. And then we have our wizard, who is secretly a bug. Could give you protection +5, but I think Strong Mind is just better. Strong Mind, okay, gets us up to 60 energy, and then Aura gets us up to 75. Strong Mind would get us a little bit of extra, like, resists, but I think Aura... yeah, Aura... Especially early levels, we're going to be running out of energy really quickly. Your strength barely matters. Mostly we're going to be worried about your vitality. Just jack your willpower up as high as possible. And then probably vitality? Yeah. Yeah, a bug named Sneaky Trashmonger definitely has an aura. A potent aura. And I think I want to go in on fire magic. I gotta do something real quick. I gotta look up. I've played this game to death. I've beaten it multiple times. I still don't remember what magic is good. I know you need fire magic to access a certain level way later. And I tend to go in on ice magic. Just because it's really powerful. But air magic has invisibility. Whereas for ice magic just has frostbolt. So what we'll do is we'll go for now we'll go fire magic 2 and spellcraft 3. And we'll fire magic 3, spellcraft 3. There's only 2 spells you can get from spellcraft, but just having more willpower and having cheaper spells is what it does. Actually, do I want staff defense? Staff defense kind of sucks, but I remember there being some staves that require you to have levels in staff defense to use. Yeah, earth magic stinks. Literally, it's stinky magic that does poison damage, and it's also not very good. Okay, here we go. Oh, who do I not have points spent on? Oh. Y. Okay. So, actually, juice up my vitality a little. We've got Y, the human monk. It's the Nephilim. We got Glitter Gelato, the angry cow. We got Phineas Frank, who I didn't give a better... who's got the only bad portrait, who is a missile weapon user. And we have Sneaky Trash Monster, the Insectoid Mage, who is into fire magic. Start the game. I gotta press any key to continue. That's not what we look like at all. That's the name of the game we're playing. Yeah, we get thrown into a pit. And we land here. This is not the first time I've played Grimrock. I think us being bound in chains is the given reason why we walk in formation like this. So it's a grid-based game. You press tab to open up your map. Here's the map. It tells you how to go up and down the floors using the map. You can either press tab again or press that to get out. We have 4 characters who have inventories and stats. Sneaky Trashmonger's hands are blue because he can cast spells. Like Firebolt. Which is how he'll mostly be doing damage for now. And the very first thing we have in the game is a secret. Is, I believe, somewhere around here. Gonna be lots of this. Looking for hole. There's a skeleton over here. So I guess the secret button, like here. Yeah, here it is. This right here This is my mouse cursor showing up on stream? It is. Okay. Might turn the brightness of the game up a little bit. Can I do that? Because it doesn't seem to be. Does not seem to be thing. Hang on. There's a little button right here. It's the secret switch. And it opens up a secret shrine. Which has some boots and a shuriken. And this guy, which we cannot interact with. We'll give you a shuriken. So then, who gets my boots? Probably you. Evasion +5 for these lurker boots. They're toe shoes. So yeah, you use WASD to move and Q and E to turn. And you spend a lot of the game doing this. Oh, there's a switch here, and then you press it. That's a lot of what the game is. There's lots of puzzles, there's combat. Right now we can only punch. And we have to do the tutorial level now. You take a torch from the wall, you can hand it to one of your characters. This is telling you that you open the door by picking up the cell. You can also headbutt the wall. Go ahead and take this torch. Our wizard can be our torch bearer for now. You can also pull the chain from here. If you right click and drag, you can look around, which you can't move while doing this, but it can let you kind of peek around corners a little bit. Here's our first weapon of the game, a cudgel. Accuracy minus... boosts our damage from 6 to 18. Actually, you don't need... You've already do 12 damage because you're of our unarmed skill. You have food meters. Yeah, and when you starve, you don't regain energy and health. Energy is useless on everybody but the wizard. Here we have a pair of pants and a shirt. You get the shirt. You get the pants. Go ahead and take this torch too. No reason not to. Now, I never found all of the secrets in this game. So, here's a rock. If anybody in the zoo, when I'm about to leave a level and haven't accomplished a secret yet, you can go ahead and tell me, but don't tell me the solution to any puzzle that I'm currently trying to do. It's been like 5 years since I've played this game, so a lot of the puzzles are going to be essentially new. Another rock that can be thrown. I believe we can also find a sling. Is there a secret around here? I kind of remember there being one. There are some secrets that are only good for points, and then there are secrets that have mystical treasures in them. So we found a key. There's a locked door. The door devours the key. It's a lot like Zelda. Just loose rock. And here is the game introducing you to secret switches, because you have to press this one to continue. Different tile sets of stone. Yeah, the first mystical treasure is toe shoes. And a shuriken. That was very important. Yeah, so there's more than one different kind of secret switch. Some of them are more or less obvious than this. Different tile sets of walls have different secret switches, and there's one secret switch much later that is unique. Yeah, tile sets. Yeah, get it? Although these are actually bricks. These aren't tiles. These are tiles. Although we saw a floor switch, and there's only one kind of floor switch. Yeah, different kind. This key wouldn't work on the other lock. This key will work here. And generally, you're locked from using keys more than once. I don't need another torch. Ah, and here's our first enemy of the game. It's a slug or a snail. We destroyed it with a shuriken. If you walk over your projectiles, you'll automatically pick them up. And we got our first piece of food. It's a snail slice. It weighs Some ways 4.4. I can't tell you what 40% of 2.2 is. Like, got some leather pants and a throwing knife and some boots. Yes, you get the boots, and you, after punching the wall, get your leather pants. It's protection +3. So you have way more evasion. You have 0 evasion. Maybe I want to give you the lurker stuff. Maybe the leather pants as well. 6 and 7. Yeah, 6 and 5. Okay. We want to go down here. Sadly, you can't make the map bigger in this game. Those, you can make notes. You click on them. In for note. You can type in descriptions. Left click them to make them go away. I'm not the heaviest map annotator around, but I annotate some. You got throwing knife and then... no, you've got knife. This isn't a throwing knife, this is just a knife. Maybe that'll be better for you. Yeah, more accurate. It confused me because in Grimrock 2, this image is used for throwing knife. Yeah, we can't, we can give... You can't reach from the back row, so you're stuck with using ranged weapons for now. You can eventually level up into using melee attacks from the back row, but I'm specking for missiles. Where's your rock at? There you go. Blast them! And more... Oh, you're out of weapons. Can't pick up that rock. Yeah, the combat right now not very exciting. We're just punching snails. But we got those delicious, delicious snail chunks. Now we have our first choice. What's that rune mean? I think that's just the symbol for Grimrock itself. You've got the elemental symbols here. This one's balance. That one, I think, is earth. That's air. That's fire. I don't remember the rest. So we got our first choice. There's a Chivo for completing this level in under 4 minutes, and we are not going to get it. Sandals? Who gets the sandals? Okay, does the wizard or does Phineas Frank get the sandals? I think Phineas is pretty... We got a baked maggot, some food, and a rock. And a loincloth. This one is special because it reduces your willpower, but increases your attack power. I think that means I give you the shirt. Only the most confident warriors can be seen on the battlefield wearing nothing but this garment. And because we don't use our willpower at all, it's just an attack boost. Sandals are pretty wizardly. That's very true. Especially if they're flip-flops. I can't think of a thing to wear that is more wizardly than flip-flops. We got some pit root bread. No explanation given. None needed. A third rock. Leading to the gate. And now we have our new game mechanic, which is hole. The game starts with a hole, and by howdy it could continue with a hole. I don't remember what's at the bottom of this hole, so I'm going to make a save. And we'll into the fuel. We took some damage from falling in the hole. And you can hear some things walking around. You can't fly, what can? Too close to the pit, something needs to fly. Well, that's code for I'm throwing a torch. To get a key. And any item you abandon here, you have to leave here forever. Because you need the key to Oh, not really. I could pick up the torch and then fall into the hole and get teleported over here again, but torches are nothing if not common. This is a real Grimrock, Scienceman. We're doing the tutorial level, so it's not as interesting as it can be later. Although, now we're starting to get interesting. Because we got a Peasel. I got this thing. Heal my sight. Now, first thing I want to do is rest up a little bit. Press the R button to rest. I took my torch off because the torches have a limited lifespan. I heard a door open somewhere. Any gimmicks? Gimmick is I haven't played this game in several years and wanted a game I liked that I would stream. Ah, we got mushroom men. These are a little more threatening, although you can do this. They don't know how to use doors. So you can kind of do this. And they'll just stand here and look at you. Can I kill you without using magic? That'd be convenient. Oh, there you are. Out of rocks. Can't pick up those rocks. There we go. I like the fungus guys as well. Pick up their herder cap. Inventory starting... We have an inventory weight, but because Glitter Gelato is so strong, she can carry a lot of food. Grim cap. These are food. I thought this was an alchemical ingredient for the longest time, but no. It's just food. Oh, now we get to explore the real part of combat, which is circle strafing. The AI got a lot smarter in Grimrock 2, but especially these lame monsters in Grimrock 1, you can circle strafe them for days. Here's our first alchemical ingredient, a tar bead. It's, we use these to make healing potions, except we have nothing with which to potion yet. There's a switch there, but I remember there being a mystical treasure in this room. Means I'm going to scrape my eyeballs against the walls. There's a glittery. You might need that. When it opened. Blue gem. Here's one of the more obvious secret switches. And here's a mystical treasure of some potion ingredients, some cave nettles, and some tar bead, and a dagger, which is going to be much better for... Let me check this real quick. Yeah, that's way less good. So knife has seen its last. You can't dual wield in this game, at least not to my knowledge. So yeah, this dagger is going to do us a good turn. And we'll take a quick nap again, just to get some energy back. So we got one half of the puzzle, because they're eyeballs. So here's a secret dungeon door. What am I going to do? What happens if I throw at that? Come here, you. Down to the fuel. Come here, you. Don't actually know if I get experience for doing this, but it sure is fun. but kinda made myself a dungy hole. If I would have fallen on top of one of the snails, I would have telefragged it. You can telefrag in this game. The snails, especially easy to circle strafe due to being snails. You can see my torch is starting to run out. Got a peasant's cap. Get another rock. They put a rock down here in case you don't have anything to throw. Although we're on a new dungeon level now. We're in level 2. The Old Tunnels, whereas the first level is Into the Dark. That's a weird name for a floor planner to pick, but we're not going to fool around with. We're just gonna, yeah, do that. Starting to run out of inventory space on Get Glitter Gelato here. Although one thing we'll do. Swap the torches here. And this is going to be we're going to have an important realization here, but I will continue poking around first. There's a mystical humming coming from behind this wall. We've got another loincloth. A tattered cloak. I might give you a loincloth. Give the leather pants to, I guess, the wizard. The attack power is pretty valuable. No, you don't have... I don't want you to have... let's give the loincloth to you. That works on us as well. You kind of need the defense. And we have a scroll. You don't... This just tells you what you need to cast spells that it shows you how to do. They are not actually required to do the spells. So if you had come here with a wizard and not yet figured out how to use magic, just by guessing, which also works, this would tell you how to use the Fireburst spell. Okay. So. The snail ruined the realization that I was going to point out here. Which is... I'll just go ahead and show it off, though. I need to remove everything from here. Like, this will definitely come up in the near future, but I don't mind. Which is... you can place things on... you can place things through iron bars. And now we don't immediately know where that went. Although I believe... I thought it was over here, but it must be over here instead. What was that switch to? Oh, I know what it is. It just opens the door in case you're a goober and can't figure out the puzzle. However, I am not a goober, and I did figure out the puzzle with the power of snails. Okay, now here I'm going to rest up for no particular reason, because we are not going to be attacked by a scary monster. We've got a skeleton! They are slow and lockstep in lockstep formation, but they represent a real threat if they ever attack you. Maybe not this guy. We explode him, and these two got a level. I never really figured out what causes the division of experience in this, yeah, why Phineas Frank and Sneaky Trash Monster got less experience than Glitter Gelato and all. I think getting the killing blow gives more experience, but people never really trail off that badly. So you've got Legionary Shield, plus 5 evasion. Could just give it to you, then, like, give this to you. And a Legionary Spear, which is important because it is a reach weapon. We'll definitely be giving that to our wizard, kind of. I think 13 with 5 bonus accuracy is more important than... It's a reach weapon. That means it can hit from the back row, which maybe means I give it to this guy. Okay. So light armor proficiency comes at level 17. I have to keep putting things into unarmed combat so that I can keep my damage going up. Evade, and just more unarmed combat for now. You, I think everything goes into armors. Yeah, so I get light armor proficiency. If I find any light armor now, then Cure Gelato can use it. Nobody's hungry yet. Although you see that, I think Minotaurs have increased food consumption. That's one of the reasons I like this game better than Grimrock 2, is Grimrock 2 never really starves you for resources. This game does. Great rewards can be behind these doors. To gain access, look carefully for small details and use your wits. Well, we will. Small details. Over here we have a save crystal, which I guess I won't click on right now because I don't need it. If you were playing in Iron Man mode, this would be your only way of saving. It fully heals your characters, does not feed them, and will revive anyone who's dead. That's what they say. And they make this noise. Switch does nothing on its own, but... Mystical treasures. The unofficial Dungeon Meshi video game? Kind of. We're eating snails. But you got a wand. You can use that to cast spells. It gives us plus 5 energy. I guess I didn't need to put anything into staff defense anyways, but 2 skill points isn't going to hurt anybody. And for 1 protection, that's not bad at all. And we got... Sure enough. Mystical treasures. And we got Scroll of Poison Cloud. This one won't matter because I'm never getting any Earth's magic. Earth magic is really bad. Down we go. One really particular methodology of snail cooking. So now the game really starts. You can destroy barrels. You can destroy snails via application of circle strafing. Yeah, the spear is just better. Okay, and Phineas Frank got the killing blow, so he got bonus experience. Go ahead and level you up. And more into dodge as well, I believe. Assassination could give us reach with 12 levels. And daggers. We're going to be going in on missile weapons. So we have a clear way to go. I don't think that there's any secret switches here, although this... Oh, where's the hole at? Oh, there it is. This is where we fell down before. Let's see what's further on. We might finally meet some more threatening. I think we just find more... We got a locked door. We got some rocks. And we've got a new enemy type. The Weirns. I hate these guys. They shoot poison at you. I think I just go all in on. Okay. If I put 2 points here, I get 4 points next level, which means I can get the new spell next level. The next spell is not that useful, but we do want to go on fire magic. But if I... Yeah, this means next level I can get both of these spells. The spellcraft spell is not very useful at all. Actually, that's a lie. It's actually rather useful, but it's not urgent. God dang it. Don't hurt me. Skulls. YYYAA died and became a skull. That's okay. A monk got poisoned to death. So we're going to go back and use that crystal, and it shall revivify ourselves. Yep, and we're back. Also auto saves the game. But yeah, that's the reason I don't like the little mushroom guys, is their poison cloud attack just always, it always hits you, and it always does damage to everybody. It's not the most threatening attack ever, but at this level, it's the scariest thing there is right now. I'm just going to let them come here. And they don't even drop food, the little bastards. Here's the very important item if you are doing an old school mode. If you don't have the map turned on and you're using graph paper, like you were playing an old style video game, this shows you what direction north is. Hello, G-Volt. Thank you for bringing the essence of Neil Breen. And here's a machete, which might be better than dagger. So you got speed 20, attack power 7, attack power 9, speed 15. No, I think dagger is better. We'll hold on to machete though. Looking for clues to more mystical treasures. I'm not seeing any. I might want to swap out my torch. Actually, one of these is the bad torch, right? Yeah. If you put bad torches back on the sconces, they just burn forever. Okay, I don't see any mystical treasures in this room. And Glitter Gelato's starting to get hungry. Just feed him some nashi. Gotta go here now. A doublet. Silken hose, some mole jerky, and a dagger. And my other torch is going bad. Okay. So who gets the silken hose and who gets the doublet? Doublet is just a fancy. It's just as good as the phoenix, as the peasant's tunic, except actually it's worse because it weighs more. But the silken hose weigh less. Okay. We picked up a key. Let's go back to that locked door over here. All my fanciest stuff on gelato. Nah, the leather pants are better protection than the silken hose, so we'll just pretend the leather pants are more fashionable. The compass is not very useful to us at all. How goes Grimrock? Going relatively well. Aha. Shelter left, cells right. But how do we go left? There's nothing. Oh my goodness, a scoonce. Here's mystical treasure. The bassinets we won't be able to use for a while, although it will be Gelato who will be able to use it. We will have, like, it's 2 more levels until heavy armor proficiency, but I'm probably going to start putting points into swords. Because I really just wanted to get light armor proficiency out of the way, so we might be carrying this helmet around for a while, and by the time we get heavy armor, we might be... Yeah, you never get light armor. Okay, so I might want to go in on armors just so that I have someone to put my heavy armor onto. Here we go here. Snail. Come here, Snaily. Actually, start putting more killing point experience onto you. Pretty soon our inventory is getting pretty cluttered, but I believe soon we're going to find something to help alleviate that. Okay. Sand mole hide vest. Very, very fractionally better than that. Which means that the wizard gets to be extra fancy, although actually it gets to be you. A loincloth and a silk and a doublet. We have a key, and over there we see some arrows, which are going to be important. However, we're going to get arrows long before we get a bow. Gotta remember where the secret mystical treasures are hidden on this area. I'm having ghost memories. Rock. Whenever they give you a rock... Aha! We've got some poisson arrows. And that's it. They have attack power 1 plus 5 poison. We can throw them, but they're not very good for throwing right now. Did I open up any of these? No, I do not believe so. Oh boy. Oh boy. Nice. I'm hearing a noise that's filling me with grief. And it's the noise of these fucking birds. Nobody likes these birds. There we go. Pick up our rocks. The saving crystal over there, you could see it spawn through the draw distance. No weapons allowed inside. Well, we happen to have a spare weapon. However, we will be breaking the rules. we'll be bringing weapons in here. Into the snail prison. We take our weapons into snail prison. Okay, and you're full up on stuff. Did any of you see what I just saw? Mystical treasures. Protection +1, dexterity +1. Brings our dodge up by 2. I guess you get pointed shoes, although really, the wizard should get pointed shoes. Pick up our machete. Our useless machete. So there's one key we need. Well, what's down here? Snail jail, or snail for short. Holding cells. A teleportrix. Enter thy grave. But what if... This room's scary, so I'm kind of... gaming it. And like a polite little skeleton, he just comes up here and stands in front of us. And the reason this room's scary is because there's multiple. Snails can have around 2,640 teeth. That's a lot of chompies. The skeletons are confused because they want to get at us, but they can't. So we're going to do this old trick. To moiter these skeletons. Man, you're really going in on gelato there. You can kind of stun lock them too. As far as I know, that's a mechanic missing from Grimrock 2. Take a quick napple. Oh no! My wizard got injured. I don't want my wizard to get injured. Okay. Even though we're doing unarmed, we still basically want shields. And other people might want shields at some point too, but really... we don't need that many spears. Yeah, take a nap right in front of the skeletons. We got a bonument. No use given, so we'll just wear that for a while. Ah, the scroll of ice shards. This one we might actually make use of. Although I already know the formulae, so I don't need it. I believe that these 3 switches open the door. So if you get trapped in here, you basically have to kill all 3 of the skeletons. So, let's take an apple and then go into the holding cells. Oh, we're getting one of these. Well, Kaz has to be in the game. Running low on torches. I might want to go collect a few before I go into the hole. I put some here, but it would not be ridiculous to temporarily exchange some of these rocks with torches. Rocks are more useful. We'll be using rocks the entire game. Whereas torches, less useful. We will at some point stop using torches. Skeleton. Can anybody guess how this works? I teleport is fact. There's a button here, and a button here. Let's press it and find out. I moved this here. I moved the skeleton up one. Oh no, the skeleton! Oh, you're hungry. Ah, you'll eat afterwards. There I am. And now these more of shields and more stuff is not so useful. Well, let's eat some food. Eat the snail. And I moved the bag here. So this could be a puzzle if you wanted to find a way to get the bag without letting the skeleton out, but I wanted to get the skeleton out because I wanted to fight and kill it for experience. So sex. This one has a leather cap, a key, and some bread in it. And what we are going to do is actually have to do this. Put that here temporarily. As we are going to fill up the bag with snail meat. And it persists, so you can put the bag somewhere and then pick it back up and it's still got snail meat in it. It's a way to increase your inventory size. In Grimrock 2, they made all of them bigger. Like, the bags have 9 slots instead of 6. I basically don't need these weapons anymore. I should probably stash them somewhere. Although, more in this part of the game, stash more means abandon. You get the cap, you get the hat, and we're all fine and dandy. And my torch is starting to go out. Okay, you could use some food. Let's save the torch for now. Can you put sacks within sacks? No! A lot of people say that, Dinesh, and I don't exactly agree. Grimrock 2, I believe, is a better game, but this game has some things going for it over Grimrock 2. It's a lot like comparing Mad Max Fury Road with Road Warrior. You can't put bags into bags in Grimrock 2. Can't do that either. Well, yeah, I think at this point, Fury Road is a better movie than Mad Max. As incredible as that is to say. But there are still reasons to like Mad Max. It just isn't Fury Road. Fucking birds. We might have to forestall dodging tactics currently, because I don't want to fight more than one bird at a time. I don't remember if boxes exist or not in this game. I think they do. The birds are dodgy. Okay. There's still a bird in here somewhere. Switch. Hero did not immediately destroy every action movie that came before. Destroyed every action movie that came after. That's, in a way, Road Warrior kind of destroyed every action movie that came out afterwards. At least every movie in the 80s. Especially Italian movies. Every Italian director saw that and said, you know, I bet I could make that cheap and shitty. And then they did. Where's the bird at? I'm not pressing special switches? What do you mean? Did I miss a switch? I don't mind hints. Oh. I don't know what you meant by not pressing special switches then. Bird! Okay. I need to kill more things with my wizard, although wizard is going to kill a lot of stuff. Not mystical treasure. This is just normal required treasure. Okay. Let's leveling up. Okay, I think that's fine. Do I go in on sword or start? I think I go half and half. I think I do, yeah, I think I do half and half. Yeah. Okay. Well, we found a key. Have we gone missing way yet? We have not. Turns the teleport up. This teleporter teleports you directly in front of it. Directly behind it. So you have to backdoor your way. You gotta moonwalk your way in. You're the bad one, right? Yeah. I remember skeletons being around here. Ah, birds. Another nettle root. Those are going to be very important later when we fight some of the more terrifying enemies in the game. A Handix. Attack power 10. Speed 11. Well, let's now that I've got some points in swords. 16 and 2. 16 and 0. I think the dagger is still the best. So we found both the keys. But is there mystical treasure here? Let's find our mystical treasure. Well, one way we can find mystical treasure is is to fall down holes. That's one thing I don't miss out of Grimrock 2 is the injury ability. Where whenever you fell down a hole, you would break your ankles and move slowly until you used a heal potion. I feel like I'm missing something over here. Well, if anybody in the zoo knows that I've missed something over there, you can tell me. I don't mind using a heal here. Now you could trade a golden key for a rope, or find one in one of the end game dungeons. In we go. Poison bolt. Do not care. Do not care about poisson today. I remember lots of mushrooms here. And not the fun kind. Okay, we got Stinky Trashmonger gained a level. And one in there, and then 3 in here. So the spell I got was very useless. It let me enchant arrows to do fire damage. That'll be useful as soon as I get arrows and a bow with which to flew them. But the spell I got is actually quite useful. It lets me equip a shield. Because you can now have a light spell. I think the torch might be a little brighter. But it means I can use a shield. Plus it's got a nice glue blow. I just said glue blow, like a stuttering dipshit. Please make fun of me now. Now the advantage of missile and thrown weapons over melee weapons is they always hit. That's why I'm preferring to use that over the spear. Yeah, and then the evasion doesn't matter too much on my boy Wizard here, so I don't mind going back to Torch for now. But later it will become very powerful, especially because you can use two staves at one time. I think. Yeah, that's what I remembered. This guy's been a pain in my ass before. Okay, I was trying to get the kill with Wizard there. This last hit matters for some reason. I have more than enough torches now, although that door doesn't close. That door opened, but it don't close. Just putting my dim torch back onto the sconce. Sound like something attacked me there. We got a scoonce. Okay, good. I hate those guys. I said that exactly like Indiana Jones referred to Nazis with. I do want a torch. Because of a puzzle. I kind of want to just have this guy stand here, so I don't fight both of them at once. Okay. Where the hell did you come from? Wizard is running out of energy, so I'll save them until I need them, which means they get to poke. Come back over here, where I can fight in the open. The spear is going to be a useful weapon the entire game. Although attacking requires energy, which doesn't matter for anybody else except for our wizard here. Attacking while low on energy basically means you're not going to regenerate energy while fighting. So we got heavy armor. More importantly, we're going to move some of these lighter foodstuffs over to you. Sort of arrange our food by weight. Snail at the bottom. Because we look at your strength, 21. Boop. Wait. Did not show up on this screen, it showed up here. Our trait is Headhunter. Oh, attack power +3 for each skull carried. So yeah, we found a skull. Sadly, does not make the Diablo skull noise, but we can only be so lucky in our life. Wizard gets leather pants, although that puts them overweight, which means I just stick these shields here for now. Oh, and then you stand here, and then it makes the mystical treasure noise. Mystical treasures. Let's go ahead and take a snoozing. Yeah, this game does support mods. Do you know how to use Lua? Hey Kaz, what do you think of these gears? They're not meshing that badly. There's gears that don't do anything, like this gear right here, but the meshing of these teeth right here, not completely awful. What wizard energy? You get dreams whenever you just rest at some point. And our torch is still B- for the mystical dream gears. I'll take it. That's a passing grade. Another grim cap. You got nomad boots. Protection 2, protection from cold. Which I guess are better than these sandals. Except they're heavy. I'd like to find some more bags. I have a key, right? Yes. Although, I have remembered a puzzle. But I forgot to do it. I think. I definitely recall a mystical treasure in this area. Ooh, it's gonna burn my bottom. Because I definitely remember a mystical treasure around here. Well-curved transverse gear in any video game ever. That's to be expected. I remember a dang old mystical treasure here, and it's gonna burn my bottom if I don't remember where it was from. I remember it being somewhere around here. Was that it? Was it torches? How long will I spend mystical treasures? It's for points! Nothing was curved in FF9 because it was all polygons. There are 7 treasures just for points in the game. I guess they're just for points. The golden chalice is one of them. It is absolutely useless. I'll probably be dumping it somewhere because it weighs, but does not grant benefit. I guess holding on to torches is less important now because I have light. Get keyed in to what to do. They're in the game because this is a throwback game, and old games had stuff for points in them. A switch. Never trust a pressure plate. Never trust a pressure plate. Okay. Attack power is keeping up with my unarmed person. Alright, here we go. Here's where things get more interesting. And here's where Wizard starts to shine. Although these guys are loud. I like... Oh, nice. I had it at 69. Because my fire spell damages all of them. Man, these guys are evasive. Yeah, they're in formation. My torch is going bad. Well. We're entering some crypts. Let's hold off on that until I explore what that lever over there did. Brings us back here. Which is a fast way back to the healing crystal. Just to get my energy on my wizard back, and then moonwalk through the teleporter. Pretty sure I don't need this pressure plate anymore. Doors just... You can tell when they stay pressed down, you don't have to leave things with weight on them. There are such things as one-time switches in this game. Eyeballs. Always look around before you commit to pressing a switch, though. There could be scary monsters that pop out and mortalize you. Although secret switches I press without even thinking. Oh no. I fucked up casting a spell. Go ahead and feed you mushroom. The art of the stun lock becomes more important when you play in two-room mode, as you have less actions in that mode. Mystical treasures. It's a box with armor, a poshi, and poisson shield. Worthless, but boxes have 10 inventory spaces. I throw this mushroom meat over the ground around the place. See? Can't do this. Does blue refill over time? You mean the blue bar? Because yes, it just refills on its own. You can rest to refill it. You can rest. Your health restores over time too. Go ahead and give you that, and then I think you're closest to getting light armor proficiency. Yeah, 10 levels from now. By then we'll find something better than sand mole hide. Go ahead and jam some more food in here. So now we have a lot of food. We will eventually run it down. Potion is a little precious right now, even though they're not that powerful. One of the major differences between this game and Grimrock 2 is healing items are a very precious resource in this game. Whereas my last playthrough of Grimrock 2, I had about 50 healing potions on my person. Yeah, although you don't, there's no limb injury in this game, so we don't have to use the potion to restore our limb condition. That's in Grimrock 2. The prisoners are made of sterner stuff, so we could go down if we wanted to. Ah, here we go. We've got some flask. You need empty flask to make potion, and you need this to make potion. And I think wizard can make potion. I don't know if anybody can make potion or if just wizard can. I miss an armor piece by the. I'll go check. Where was it? It was over here, right? I don't see anything. There was a brigadine in the box, but I put that on. I think that means... although, no. The light armor is already starting to work out well for... yeah, the alcoves, some of them have deads in them. I forget what those are actually called. Those little alcoves you put... can anyone figure out this puzzle? Dick. Because these are multi-enemies, you can't effectively stun lock them. Ah, dang it, I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. Rocks will always hit. Everybody leveled up. Although, where'd my throwing stuff go? I've got another throwing dagger around here somewhere. It's really easy to lose ammunition. You can't undo skill points. I kind of would have wanted unarmed 11 there, but I was kind of clicked without thinking about it. Oh, well. We gotta keep our fist pump up. If I do 2 points here, that means next level I can unlock, yeah. If I do this, then next level I get heavy armor. Then you... And then you. Combat Caster is really appealing. Do I want to get Fireball first? I want to get Fireball first. The strength on our caster doesn't seem very useful, but it actually increases our carrying capacity, so it's not worthless. And inside we find mystical treasures. It's fire bombs. They're not exceedingly useful. They're grenades. You throw them, they do damage. I think they might even make the ground catch on fire. Yeah, they automatically reload, but if you don't, like since I've been swapping ammunition, you don't automatically pick up the ones that aren't in your equipped slot. Is there anything more here? I'm gonna click to try to drag, but you can't in this game. I feel like I'm missing something in the old tunnels, but I never promised a 100% completion of the game. If anybody wants to point out anything I've missed, it's like, you can't comment on the VODs because I have VOD commenting. I could probably enable VOD commenting again. My friends have it enabled already, which means I already have to deal with Twitch telling me about moderator stuff. So why not make all my friends have to deal with it too? See, now that I make it sound spiteful, it sounds useful. Or funnerer. What time is it? I can keep going for a while longer. I wanted to experiment with some longer streams, but I know Jens wants to do La Mulana 2 here in a little bit. So a lone pillar of light stands in the darkness. This is a clever puzzle because they forced you to pick up a torch. There's a lone pillar in the middle of the room. You fill up the sconces. And here we got a frost bomb. That thing we did a secret for before, now we just get one. Birds! The birds aren't that dangerous, they're just evasive, which makes them annoying to deal with. Oh, I wasted a firebolt. There we go. Wizard not getting a lot of last hits. The grenades are like, you can pick them up and throw them like this. You don't even have to equip them to your hand slots to use. Here's a new kind of dipshit. to Skeleton Archer. Sometimes their arrows they fire don't persist, but sometimes they drop elemental arrows when they die. Not so lucky this time. Looking for switchies. Let's go swap this torch with a live one. Here's how the game looks when you don't have any torches equipped. It's actually the lighting engine of this game is actually quite fun. This game looks pretty good. I have to say, it doesn't look like super good, but for a budget game, this game looks really great. I think. Like the textures could, especially for Grimrock 1, the textures could be better. But for a game from 2012, this game I think visuals still hold up pretty well. So there's a bow in that room. I want to try throwing myself into a hole. We crushed a snail. Crushing a snail is not super useful because it didn't give any experience, but you know, you could use a munchie. You could. Another tar bead. Tar bead is not a very appealing sounding thing. Somehow falling down that hole put us up a level. Although with this game, this level might be below this level, and level 3 actually connects to level 5. It can be a little screwy. So I know there's a lever. Hey, but we got a prize. Skull! Now we have 20 attack power and 5 accuracy versus 17 attack power and 12 accuracy. So, okay, now that our sword skill is high enough, this machete is now basically better than the dagger, although the dagger is faster. So I think that actually makes the dagger still worth using until we find a better sword. So let us pull the lever. Actually, was there a switch over there? No. In this game, strength is the only thing used for weapon damage. Dexterity does not factor into it at all, which is why I made my missile user. Like, I made Dex a drop stat because all it is evasion and accuracy. And missile weapons always hit in this game, so Dexterity, funnily enough, 0 use to a back row missile user. Because they don't get hit that much because they're in the back row. But Strength is what they use for their damage. Whereas my front row person cares about Dexterity because it's evasion and also hit chance. It's a little fruity. In Grimrock 2, they fixed it where ranged weapons use Dexterity. Yeah, I went over here, and there's a locked thing over there. I just threw myself into a hole. Oh, you're hungry. Yeah, I think frost grenades do less damage, but can freeze an enemy, and fire grenades do more damage and might make a tile hazard. You see that switch? There's a switch somewhere. Ah, the stream delay is gonna... Oh yeah, this one. Yeah. Alright, that makes this open up. For not a mystical treasure. This one doesn't count as a mystical treasure, it's just a treasure. But this That's how you get the mystical treasure. Now we're cooking with gas. I cared more about the rock than I did my own health. So, now we have missiles and some arrows. We have... Might as well just use the poison arrows right away. Once you fire them, the poison goes away. And I can start making fire arrows. So yeah, see the dots here? Accuracy 0. So now we do 28 damage with our missile user until the fire wears off, until the poison wears off, but okay. Do I have a key? I do not have a key. Of course, never trust a switch. Come on. Go on to it. You know you want to. Oh, you jerk. Yeah, I can make fire arrows. Oh, you're never going to do that. Come on. Come over here. And of course, one of those guys has my poison arrow. See, now we can fight them one at a time. It'd be embarrassing if I had to use my potion. I'm gonna try to stagger them. There we go. Was a little, hairy there towards the end. Ah, dang it. Give me my arrows. There we go. You have 6, they're in one stack now. And now, if I do this, I think fire arrow... It's either this or this. I think it's this. Another fire arrows. Yeah, just threw all the skeletons into the basement so I could fight them one at a time. Never trust... Never trust a friendly grate. I should have known that switch was puzzle. That switch was trouble. That switch was also puzzle. But never trust a never switch a never. Zibba 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 bob. I am the yeast of thoughts and minds, or whatever. Actually, let's take off my torch. Yeah, we called you Kaz because the gearbox was just referencing somebody who was a known criminal. And also handsome. The only handsome criminal I know is you. So I guess it was you. Pick up this rock. Get you flask. Sadly, you can't stack flasks for whatever godforsaken reason. Yeah, but no, Kaz, no one was calling to you specifically. Although I'm always happy to see you. Sure he can. Okay, all we have here is a lever. Don't know what that lever does. Makes this open up, or we can get a grub. And some potion materials. And I did get the key, so I guess we're just going on our way now. How far are you from a level, Kier Gelato? Halfway. A hat over there. This next crystal might be a decent place to call the stream. A mid-short, but I don't mind. Because we have a crystal here. And on... Okay, so we're all healed up. We've made it down to level 3 with just a smidge of level 4. We found a hole there. And here we have holes. Oh dear God. Yes, arachnophobes beware. We've got goddamn spiders. I should not have used the heal crystal. Spiders are very scary because they're very fast. And they poison you. And there's a lot of them behind these doors. So next time, the game is going to stop being friendly to us and start throwing spiders at us. But for now, Stramois. From Stramois to you. It's going to be Bloodvimber, or Bloodgust, as Kaz put it. I do like the term Bloodgust. We're on for Bloodgust. Every day, God's willing, we are going to be streaming stuff on Twitch every day this month. I want to get back into the swing of things. I had a longer absence than I wanted to for some health reasons, but now that I'm back at it again, I want to get back in full force, so... Don't know what I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, but it might be more of this. I might go back to ADOM. Friday, of course, will be Mass Effect. But for now, from me to you, goodbye, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe.